There are moments in the Bible that seem to defy our logic. This is one of them. Jesus crosses the Sea of Galilee and sets foot on Gentile territory. There, he encounters a man who has lost his name, consumed only by torment. A legion of demons possesses him. The scene is dark, terrifying, yet with a single word, Jesus transforms everything. The demons made a request. "Let us enter the swine." Jesus said yes. The man, now clean, dressed, and in perfect judgment, kneels and pleads, "Let me go with you." Jesus says no. This is astounding. How can the Lord of Light be more lenient with demons than with a new convert? But this apparent contradiction reveals something profound: the sovereignty of Christ and the purpose behind every divine response. Not every yes is acceptance. Not every no is rejection. Sometimes yes is judgment, and no is mission. God does not respond to please, he responds to fulfill his purpose. Jesus' yes to the demons served to expose the nature of evil. His no to the freed man served to transform a forgotten man into a missionary of grace. Jesus assented, but he did not agree. The demons implored. The Greek verb parakaleo used here denotes desperation. They knew they stood before the eternal judge. Jesus allowed, but did not conspire. He did not yield out of weakness, but out of purpose. The Lord of the universe can permit evil to manifest, not because he condones it, but to expose it before mankind. The destruction of the swine unveiled the true nature of hell. Pigs, considered unclean in the eyes of Jews, have become instruments of revelation. As they harbor demons, they rush towards death, a vivid representation of what the enemy does to any life under its control. Those swine preached a sermon of silence. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. John 10:10. You may wonder why certain dark things are permissible. Remember, God is not indifferent. He is exposing. The yes you don't understand may be the start of a visible judgment and a greater liberation. Jesus refused a righteous request for an eternal reason. The man desired to do what all crave after conversion, to follow Jesus, walk with him, and live in close proximity to him. But Jesus said, "No, return home, go to your own." It seems like a demotion, but it was a promotion in God's kingdom. Jesus elevates him from a disciple near to a missionary sent. The first missionary to the Decapolis. The Decapolis was a collection of Gentile cities, ignorant of Scripture, immersed in idolatry. Jesus could not remain there. He was rejected. But he left behind a man, a walking testament. Someone who would say, "I was a dwelling of demons, now I am a temple of grace." No apology or theology could surpass the impact of that testimony. Have you ever received a no from God that left you feeling frustrated? Perhaps it was a no to the place you longed to be, the position you yearned to hold, or the dream you nurtured. But what if that no is God's yes to another purpose? God may be leaving you where you fell, so that everyone can see where he will raise you up. Jesus respects free will, even when it is rejected. Fearing further losses, the city asks Jesus to leave, and he goes. This teaches us something profound. God does not impose his presence where there is no desire for him, but nonetheless, he sows seeds. The liberated man remained where Jesus could not. Christ departed, but he left behind a testament. While Jesus' physical presence was rejected, the resonance of the miracle lingered in the city, every day reverberating through the former demoniac. That man became the voice of Jesus to the spiritually deaf. Where Jesus cannot enter through the door, he sends his servants through the window of grace. You may have been left in a place you loathe, within a tangled family, in a challenging neighborhood, in an oppressive job. But what if you weren't left behind? What if you were planted there as a living witness? Where Jesus is not welcome, he sends those who represent him. You are a beacon where there is darkness, a signpost where there is confusion, a seed where there is hardness. This story is not about preference. It is not about divine favoritism. It's about eternal purpose. Hell accepted a yes and plunged into the abyss. Man received a no and became a voice that echoed through 10 cities. Don't complain about your no. It could be God's yes for someone who is yet to hear your story. Today, God may be saying no to what you desire so deeply. But it is not out of punishment. It is for a purpose. Pray now and ask for discernment. Lord, where do you want me to be the voice that the world has rejected? Turn my no into a yes for heaven.